What's going on, you guys? To start today's practice, we'll begin with a single leg balance. So just holding that knee up parallel at 90 degrees, standing strong on the opposite leg. And then we'll take a second and switch sides. Just holding, staying strong, staying with a tall posture. And switch again, maintaining a drawn in belly. And switch again. This time we'll have the legs straight out in front of us. And next we'll take that knee out at a 90 degree and switch over. Again, staying strong in the posted leg. We're going to switch again, holding as we draw it outwards and then back into center. Outwards and back into center. One more time, outwards and release. Other side, opening the door and closing the door again, maintaining that knee at a 90 degree, staying strong in the grounded foot, and flexing both feet. Release. From here, we're going to take one knee out in front of us and then kick it back, maintaining that 90 degree bend. All right, I want to activate those glutes a little bit here and just take some time to find our balance as we do that transition from a flexion in the hip to an extension. Flexion and extension. Again, standing up nice and tall. And this time we'll do the same thing, but keeping that leg straight. So extending the leg out in front of us, flexing the hip, and then pulling it back behind. Extending out in front and pulling behind. And we'll switch again. Extend and pull. Extend, flexing that foot, and pull, staying soft in the grounded knee. Extend and pull. One more time, and release. All right, next we're going to come up onto our toes and just lifting up those heels, staying tall in our posture. We're going to take our time to activate the lower body. And from here, we're going to drop down into a squat, just about parallel or maybe a little before, and really a chair pose, I should say here. But we're just going to keep those knees behind the toes, keeping our back nice and flat, eyes on the floor ahead of us, drawing the belly in, and just sitting to a depth that we can handle. And when you're ready, we can lift the heels off the floor and come onto our toes, still making sure that those knees aren't coming too far out. And we'll stand up, shake it out. All right, and next, we're going to take one leg out in front of us, sink back to a single leg chair, and then switch sides, single leg chair. I'm doing it from this angle here just so you can see I'm sinking my hips back as my knee still stays behind the toes. So it's kind of like you're initiating a squat, you're not going all the way down. All right, and you're keeping that other leg extended out in front of you, and it should be parallel to the thigh at the bottom of your chair. Next, we'll separate those feet. And we're just going to hinge from the hips and reach down. So just finding basically some deadlifts here. And the reason we're going to be doing these deadlifts, this is why it's a yoga workout, athletic yoga workout, just because we're kind of losing a little bit of our yoga spiritual element. But we just wanted to activate that hinge. So you can see here in our single leg deadlift basically, or warrior 3. I'm keeping my hands at my side for now. You're still hinging that same motion where we're pushing the hips back, keeping a soft knee as it stays over the ankle. All right, and just taking your time to hinge, we'll switch sides. And as you hinge, you want to draw that back leg up as your chest comes forward. So think like a teeter-totter. All right, you don't want your leg to move before your upper body and vice versa. So staying strong as we kick through the heel. And then we'll switch sides again and hold. So again, I have a soft knee, a soft ankle. My hips are flat and square to the floor. Switching again as you hold, keeping the chest proud, shoulders away from the ears. And we'll make our way to the floor. So in a tabletop position, hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, we'll reach up for a sunbird as we extend the leg and opposite arm out in front of us. And then we're going to just touch them to the floor, slow and controlled, and then lift back up. So just a nice pulse here in our sunbird, making sure that we're drawing the belly in. You shouldn't have too deep of an arc in the back. And we'll switch sides. So Again, leg and opposite arm, we're going to hold as we keep that bicep next to the ear, drawing the belly in, and then we're going to lower and reach. Lower and reach. Okay, again, we want to keep those hips flat, chest flat. Keep your fingers nice and wide as you're active through the hands. And we're pressing to the tops of the back of the grounded shin and foot. Getting back to our tabletop again. This time we're going to find some fire hydrants. So we're just going to lift that leg out laterally, hold, and then we'll extend it, hold, bring it back in, hold, extend again, and release. Switch side. So again, lifting that leg out to a 90, keeping it parallel to the floor. We'll extend and bend. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. And release. This time we're just going to open up for a fire hydrant. So just lifting that leg out at a 90 degree, keeping it parallel to the hips. And now we'll do some gentle circles here. So just drawing that knee in and taking it out and around. Keeping that knee bent at a 90, and we'll switch sides back to our fire hydrants. Again, lifting to get parallel as possible without compromising the back. And then we'll find some hip circles, drawing the knee into the chest, out and around. Again, trying to maintain that 90-degree bend as we really activate those external rotators. And then here's the demo for today's workout. So we're going to be at exercise A for 45 seconds. All right, finding our warrior 3 to stork. And notice I'm trying to keep my hips level, go at a pace that's good for you because you'll be here again for 45 seconds. We'll take 15 seconds to switch, and then you'll repeat on the other side. All right, that's our first 6 minutes. Our second 6 minutes is the lateral leg raise to a single leg chair. Again, we're trying to keep those arms extended out in front of us, sink our hips back, keep that knee behind the toe, and try not to touch the moving leg to the floor. And our final 6 minutes will be a sunbird to flying tiger. So you're going to keep those limbs level with the core as you open out to 90-degree perpendicular and bring it back in to a parallel with the core. Okay, so drawing that belly in, we're going to be working right side then left side for today. So starting with our warrior 3 to stork, let's begin. And don't forget here, maintain those hips at a parallel to the floor, stay square, hinging from the hips, keeping the grounded knee soft, and eyes on one point ahead of you. All right, we're here for 45 seconds total, and then you get a short break. So take your time, try to stay committed to that balance. All right, and we'll do the other side of warrior 3 to stork. Let's begin. Starting in 3, 2, All right, and we'll do the other side of warrior 3 to stork. Let's begin. All right, last time on each side, shake out those ankles. 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Starting in 3, 2, go ahead and rest there. All right, next we have a lateral raise to a single leg chair. So remember, we want to hinge from the hips still, sinking those hips back. Make sure that your knee of the bent leg does not come past the toes. Let's begin. Switch sides and go. in 3, 2. Switch sides and go. Last round on both sides. Let's begin. Starting in 3, 2. Rest there. Our final bout is sunbird to flying tiger. All right, so we'll be in our tabletop position. Keep in mind, pull that belly in at all times, flat back. All right, and we're transitioning as we lift those limbs towards the ceiling as we circle out and in. Let's get started. right, switch sides and go. Starting in 3, 2. Switch sides and go. Our last round on each side. Shake it out, get ready. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Starting in 3, 2. And that is it, you guys. Take a rest. Awesome job today. Thanks for watching and stay strong.